kami, kaya ako sumundo sa kanya. Diba? Ay, upo po kayo, Doc. Yan. Kasi pag-uusapan, si Doc Catherine, naalala niyo siya, di ba? Isa siyang developmental pediatrician. And of course, today, ang pag-uusapan naman natin ay non-verbal learning disabilities. Correct?
Yes.
Ayan. O sige, can you walk us through the non-verbal disabilities, learning disabilities?
Actually, unlike our topic yesterday, which was dyslexia, non-verbal learning disability, parang less common siya. Parang even in our textbooks sa developmental, it's parang kasi, parang hindi siya ganun ka-common. So yung studies is not that thorough and it's not well described pa. Pero kasama kasi doon yung mga dysgraphia, yun yung
So parang ganito po yan, may non-verbal learning disabilities and then underneath, madaming mga branches, ganun po ba?
Actually, hindi naman siya parang branch talaga. It wasn't described as that yet. But parang it encompasses other disabilities like yun, dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is slow, sloppy handwriting. Tapos yung iba pa na kasama doon, yung
kasama
parang,
din po ba yung diniscuss namin the other day, yung dyscalculia?
Actually yun, I was about
sa math naman.
Yun yung most commonly related to non-verbal learning disability o dyscalculia. I think the reason rin why it's not really discussed thoroughly kasi siguro na yung ibang nagpe-present with non-verbal learning disability na diagnose with other things kasi marami siyang parang
may associated
disability. Yeah.
Pero nonetheless, ano po ba yung mga symptoms, signs and symptoms pagka ang isang bata ay may non-verbal learning disabilities?
Usually, they would present with visuospatial processing disorder. So, parang ngayon, they have difficulty in processing what they see. Kaya kasama nga doon yung dysgraphia, yung slow and sloppy handwriting kasi they can process what they can see. Kaya, connected din ang dyscalculia kasi 'di ba to analyze math problems we have to be able to understand yung nakikita nating numbers.
I was wondering, Doc, kasi kung sa isang bata tayo nga lang na matatanda pag hindi tayo nakakapag-express ng kung ano yung nasa loob natin, medyo naiirita tayo. But when it comes to children, I'm sure na na-frustrate sila in everything.
Yes,
Does it come also na sasabihin nila na magkakaroon din to somehow, someday ng rage problem because of not being able to express themselves?
Yes, actually, very common yung psychosocial issues sa mga batang merong learning disability. Kaya nga, what we recommend is to give them parang other, parang outlet. Like, sports, sports, o kaya make a group for them para at least they could understand what they feel and
The other day, you mentioned na si ma'am yung nag-discuss sa dyslexia, no?
Yes.
You mentioned po na it's genetic.
Yes.
Yung iba po bang disorders na parehas na itong non-verbal learning disabilities also genetic?
Yes, genetically acquired din siya. Although, unlike dyslexia, which is talaga, parang well-studied, ito parang wala pa silang na-identify na specific chromosomes.
So, gaano kalaki yung chance, ma'am, na kung wari, meron ako, tapos magkakaroon ako ng anak, ayan. Gaano kalaki yung chance na magkakaroon din siya?
Actually, wala
Walang study.
Walang study yet that specifies, unlike in other parang pwede, I could easily tell you 50%.
Yes.
Ito, wala
Hindi
ka
pa siya ganun
But in your practice, Doc, meron na ba kayong mga na-treat na with this kind of learning disabilities, yung non-verbal?
Actually, siguro kasi nga parang
talagang nabibilang?
confusion. Nabibilang siya kasi nga siya, it would present with other disabilities. Like, ang very common na kasi sa kanya, ADHD, parang comorbid siya. Or sometimes naman, even in literature, they say, yung mga Asperger syndrome, yun, parang napagkakamalan silang napagkakamalan yung non-verbal learning disabled na Asperger kasi nga parang they have difficulty in social skills also.
O sige ma'am, i-ano lang natin, briefly discuss yung mga treatments and management with the nonverbal learning disabilities.
So, siguro, as I said yesterday, kasi in any case of learning disability, ang ano naman natin, remediation. So, sabi nga ni Kuya kahapon, di ba, yung repeated practice. So, if they have difficulty in writing, so give them more time to write and tas if
And
yung
patient
social-
siguro, no?
Oo.
Sa family's end, ano?
Yes, oo. Tapos we have to understand them. Kasi parang minsan kasi inaano natin, pinupush natin ng sobra. Pero syempre, we could only push as much para hindi rin naman sila magkaroon ng psychosocial issues.
Ayan. Sige po, maraming salamat at
Okay.
natutunan namin yung non-verbal learning disabilities. For those who want to contact you po, Doc, for this kind of problem and other related sa developmental pedia industry, saan po nila kayo pwedeng makontak?
Okay, my clinic is at UST Hospital and I also go to Philippine Children's and East Avenue.
Alright. Maraming
Okay.
salamat po, Dr. Kathleen Braganza. Isa po siyang developmental pediatrician. Nakabulol na. Will you be joining us again tomorrow?
No, si Dr. Eusebio.
Okay, alright. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And it's always nice to have you here on the show. Thank
Okay.
you. Kong!
Philippine Chef Society,
Yes.
maraming salamat po sa patuloy ng pagsuporta dito sa Good Morning Kuya. Susunod na po ang Get It Straight with Daniel Razon bukas, God willing. Samahan po ninyo kaming salubungin ng isang may ngiti at isang panibagong umaga at sabay-sabay tayong bumati ng isang
Good Morning, Kuya!
Happy birthday, Alex Montesa!